What's up, guys? It's Taker25 here. You notice anything different about me? Anything? Yes, it's true. I have the Master Quest cape finally after about a year of going for this, not straight through. I took breaks every now and then because a lot of it is RNG based. There are some achievements that take quite a while to do, so you have to do them over time. And because of that, I figured, you know what, there's no rush. So what I'm going to do in this video is kind of give you a tour of what going for this cape was like. And to do that, we can't be here at the GE, right? We have to go somewhere really, really special. So we're going to go to one of my favorite places in the game. Close your eyes if you want this to be a surprise. But taking you there now. But first, before we go any further, can we get an emote? Let's get an emote here. This is gonna make a sound. It's probably gonna cut through on the stream, and it's quite an obnoxious sound, but I do wish they'd update that emote. I think that the Master Quest cape should have a different emote than the regular one, but it is what it is. So right now we're here in Menaphos, and we're going to go into the Grand Library, because what better place to talk about quests and lore than in the Grand Library? One of my favorite places in the game. Let's get a big, broad look at the library here. Look at this area. We're gonna go down to the center and get some different angles here, and just appreciate the little nooks that this area has. A lot of detail went into this area, and I had a great time going for the Sandy title and doing the Menaphos quests. But let's make our way down to the bottom and talk about my history of questing. The regular quest cape was actually my first ever cape of accomplishment, which I got in December of 2007. At that time, it was a lot easier to get that than any of the skill capes at the time. There weren't that many quests, and I just loved doing quests. So that was that. And the Master Quest cape felt like a daunting accomplishment. And it really was, because there are some requirements that take about a year to do, at least. Following in the footsteps is one that takes place on Anachronia, and you have to talk to that guy about Dragonkin research. And you can only do that once a month, and you could do it twice a month if you use the monthly reset tokens, which I did. But there's basically 12 dream episodes that you need to play when you do the, I think it's called the Dragonkin Effigy Incubator game or something. But it's a monthly activity. You could do it once per month or twice a month with the tokens. And there are 12 episodes. So without tokens, it takes a year. With tokens, it takes 6 months. So following in the footsteps is something you have to start right away if you want this cape. Another thing you should do is player-owned ports. Yes, yes, player-owned ports. You have to get 6 million miles. You have to max out your voyage length, your miles traveled, and that amounts to 6 million miles. And after you do that, you unlock the last of the trio voyages. I think it's called Guardians of the World. And once you do that, you will complete the Eastern Adventurer accomplishment. So let's continue walking down. I just wanted to stop and take a minute to appreciate this area here. Let's zoom in. Let's act like we're kind of going into first person view here. I've got to go down these stairs. So yeah, and then there are some achievements that I had been putting off for a while, such as the Challenge Maria one. That took me a little bit to do, but it wasn't as hard as you think. If you struggled with the Broken Home quest, it sucks. But once you replay it a few times in a row, it's honestly not that bad. I was able to do it, and if I could do it, anyone can. If I can wear this cape, anyone can. Trust me. I am not a big PVMer, but I had to do quite a bit of PVM. Most recently, this is one of the easier ones. I had to do the Fight Kiln. I had to do that 3 times, once with melee, ranged, and magic. And the way that I did it was I used necromancy towards the end, and especially on the Jad waves, that made things go a lot smoother. So if as long as you use melee for most of the fight for the melee cape, and then ranged for most of the fights, then you're good. You have to do most of your damage with each combat style. And then there was Nex. So Nex is like I've been trying to get someone to do Nex with for a couple days now, but the guy who I usually boss with was not online, and the other guy I usually boss with was busy. So I said, "Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna go in and do some practice runs, get because it's faster with somebody else, right? It's faster with somebody else." So I figured, let me just go in and do some Nex kills. So I promise you guys, I've never lied to you. I go into Nex, I get the kill. Sure enough, first kill, I get the Pernix Chaps, and getting a unique drop means you get the book. The last book that I needed to get the last accomplishment for the Master Quest Cape. You couldn't have scripted it any better. Now, I think it would have been better though if my clanmates were there. I think it'd be super cool if they were all there with me to get this achievement and help me get it. But they were there in spirit. I don't think their Grats messages are here anymore. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is me asking, Nex anyone? Yeah, I'm gonna go do some practice runs, and literally like 5 minutes later, Taker 25,700 has received Pernix Chaps, and then we got these grats in the chat. I got the Master Quest Cape. For becoming Master of Quests and Lore, Taker 25700 has been awarded the Master Quest Cape. Couldn't have scripted it any better. So yeah, when I look at these accomplishments, a lot of them are really RNG based. There are some which take like a really long time to do, and it just relies on luck, and some of them are luck mitigated. For example, Don't Fear the Ripper, where you have to get those books from Ripper demons. I'm pretty sure that's luck mitigated. And a whole ton of bosses, right? There's just a whole lot of bossing and rare drops that you have to get. When it comes to doing the new bosses like the Sanctum of Rebirth, that itself was just an intense challenge for me and my bossing capabilities. If you've watched the stream, you know I am not the best PVMer out there, and I'm not hiding it. Not hiding it. So just the fact that I was able to get through all that, figure out what I was doing wrong and learn from it, it was really fun and challenging, and it definitely paid off and made me better at PVM. But overall, I had a really fun time getting this cape. I'm going to be closing this up soon, and just saying thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you dig this content. Some of you have been watching my achievement videos, and that's super cool. I don't know why it's really special to you, so I guess it's because I try to make these entertaining and tell stories about my experiences in the game, my relationship to the content in the game, which I've played for about 20 years now. And I gotta tell you, it has been 20 years. So what that means is I have something special planned. Sometime before the end of the month, I'm going to come out with a video about my favorite locations in the game. Okay, I'm going to be visiting my favorite locations and talking about some really cool memories that I had in these areas, either training skills or hanging with my friends in real life and my clanmates. So definitely look out for that. I'm going to be closing it up here. So yeah, I'll see you around Gillinor, my friends.